What is going on, Who Dat Nation? In today's video, I'm going to be going through each individual positional group on the Saints roster. We're going to take a look at what the depth chart looks like after the 2024 NFL Draft and after the UDFAs have been named and made official. So if you're excited for the season to start, I need you to hit that thumbs up icon and like today's video. Or if you hate the Falcons, I need you to tickle that thumbs up icon. There's two really good reasons. So if you don't like the video, you clearly hate me. Just kidding. Hit the thumbs up icon. Let's have some fun. So the quarterback depth chart, no surprises here. You got Derek Carr, Jake Haener, Spencer Rattler, Nathan Peterman, and Kellen Mond. I will say this, it's interesting that New Orleans has three quarterbacks that were Senior Bowl MVPs in Haener, Rattler, and Mond. So that's something that's kind of cool to discuss, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see Spencer Rattler actually beat Jake Haener in the QB2 battle. And why I think Spencer Rattler can be great, there is a plethora of reasons, but here's just five. I think he has an incredible arm talent. There's no denying that that guy can sling the rock, hit every level of the field, and be accurate with it. He also has great pocket awareness and toughness. He can move very fluidly. He's very smooth, and he will stay in the pocket, take the hit to deliver the throw that he wants. And he has really nice accuracy at all levels. You can hit any level, close, intermediate, deep. You can have him throw the ball sideline to sideline. I mean, you can really spread out the offense with him at your quarterback position. On top of that, the out-of-structure playmaking ability is very impressive, and I'm not saying that he's Patrick Mahomes 2.0, but I get very similar vibes where he just knows how to move. He knows how to use his body and be smooth with it, deliver the pass, make the play out of structure, and communicate with his receivers what he wants them to do, still moving out of the pocket. And on top of that, you get to sit, learn, develop, and win with Spencer Rattler. He has no pressure. I think he's in an excellent situation, and that's why I think Spencer Rattler could be a great part of the New Orleans Saints offense in the future. Now let's go to the running back room. Alvin Kamara, Jamal Williams, Kendre Miller. There's no surprise there. Nothing really changing. I will say this, though. With Alvin Kamara, Jamal Williams, we kind of know what they're capable of, and we know what their skill set is, but damn it, I'm excited for Kendre Miller year two. I mean, I wish we didn't have to deal with the injuries last year, because when he was on the field, that kid was special, guys. Go back and watch the Patriots game. Go back and watch the Falcons game in Week 18. He was damn good. Go look at the preseason. If you really need to be, just refreshed and you need to be convinced that Kendre Miller is going to be a good part of this offense, go watch the tape, because this kid is special, and I think that he can be wildly successful in New Orleans. So the wide receiver depth chart, this is actually a fun group now that I'm, we're past all of the free agency. Michael Thomas is gone. We're past all the nonsense. So we're finally back to seeing what the depth chart could and should look like. So Chris Olave, A.T. Perry, Sheed, those are your top three wide receivers in my opinion. But I really like the idea of bringing in Cedric Wilson. I think that Bub Means is a really good addition, and I think that one of these UDFAs could make the roster as well. I'm eyeballing Jermaine Jackson and Kyle Sheets to possibly make the roster, but I want to just throw this graphic on screen. I've talked about this before. I've talked about it on social media. I've talked about it on the show. Look at the comparison between the two. I'm not sitting here saying that Bub Means is Michael Thomas. I'm not saying that he is the, pound for pound, word for word, bar for bar replacement. I'm saying that he has the height, he has the profile, he has the weight, he has the explosion, he has the athleticism, similar to what Michael Thomas did coming out of college. And do not be surprised if you see Bub Means running a lot of slants over in the middle and being wildly successful at it. But guys, I do want to encourage you to subscribe for more Saints videos and coverage, not just in the offseason, but in the regular season as well. We're going to be going live each week for game day, doing play-by-play. And on top of that, we got these live shows every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to get more coverage around your favorite team, the Black and Gold, hit that big red subscribe button and lock us in today. Just a few more spots on the offensive depth chart to get through. The tight end, nothing really crazy here. I do think that Juwan Johnson, Foster Moreau, Taysom Hill, it's a solid unit, could be better, but look out for Dalen Holker, the Colorado State tight end, who broke out big time last year. to possibly make the roster. And I do think that this offense, in terms of the playmakers and in terms of the skill position guys, they have firepower and they have players who can make big-time plays if they, at any moment, at any play during the game. But the big-time question for me is, can the offensive line hold up? Can they give Derek Carr time to throw the ball? Can they give whoever's running the ball a lane to run the ball? Can they give this offense a fighting chance? Now, here's what I believe the depth chart will be on week 1. Trevor Penning at left tackle, Taliese Fuaga at right tackle. I would not be surprised if Ryan Ramczyk does end up having to retire due to medical reasons, or if he just isn't ready to go week 1. So I'm rolling with Taliese Fuaga, Trevor Penning as my starting tackles. I'm kicking Nick Saldiveri as the starter into the left guard position. Cesar Ruiz, he's going to be my starting right guard as he was a starter last year. And no shocker there, Erik McCoy should be the starting center. But I also think that Oli Udoh is a solid swing tackle option. Don't be surprised if, Sincere Haynesworth, Kyle Hergel, so one of these UDFAs also makes the roster, and Josiah Ezirim, the 7th-round pick as well. So my take on Taliese Fuaga specifically, because he's really the big addition to the offensive line, his versatility is extremely exciting. He has the ability to be the franchise right tackle. Like, this is your Ryan Ramczyk plug-and-play replacement. I think that he has the skill set, he has the mindset, he has the demeanor, he has all of the things going in his direction to be a franchise player, and I really am excited about him being a part of the Saints offense. So if you guys are with me, like the video. But also, I want to ask you this question. How confident are you in the offensive line? Going to the draft, sitting there probably at like a solid 6. Maybe you could convince me to get up to a 7, but probably not. But now I'm honestly sitting closer to like a 8. Like, I think that Taliese Fuaga is going to be that impactful. And I think that Trevor Penning can develop in year 2. So I'm excited to see what can go down with these kind of guys. And I want you guys to let me know your thoughts in the comments. And while you're in the comments section, look for the link to Prize Picks. They are today's presenting sponsor. And if you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and plug in promo code CLNS, you can get an $100 deposit match when you put your money down. So how Prize Picks works, it's daily fantasy sports made easy. It's not betting, it's not gambling, it's daily fantasy sports. So long story short, you pick 2 or more players, choose more or less based on some projected stats, and boom, you're winning some big time money. So if you want to go lay down projections on the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, esports, NASCAR, golf, whatever, they have you covered. You saw the projections that I had on screen just a second ago. I think that if you roll with me, you could find yourself winning a lot of money here in the near future. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, plug in that promo code CLNS to get your $100 deposit match today. Shout out to Prize Picks. It's daily fantasy sports made easy. All that information is in the comment section and description of the video. So let's go to the defensive side of the ball. I'm going to try and pick up my pace here a little bit for you guys. The defensive line, I think, is damn good, and I really like the addition of Christian Boyd in the draft. I think he's going to be a big-time contributor in year 1 as the run stopper. Brian Brzee, year 2, is going to be absolutely electric. Chase Young, if he can stay healthy, could be a big-time addition to this team as well. But let's see what Isaiah Foskey's capable of in year 2. Is Peyton Turner going to truly be a bust? Can Tano Passanio keep things moving? And is Carl Granderson going to lead the Saints in sacks again? And I think the biggest question we all want to know, will Colin Saunders finally get himself a touchdown? I want to see Binky put 6 on the board. So the linebacker group, I really, really like it. It is much more improved than it was going into the offseason. Obviously, the Saints lost Zach Bond in free agency, but they replaced him with Willie Gay, who, when you line him up with Demario Davis and Pete Werner, I think will be extremely effective. But Jaylan Ford was the most recent addition as the draft pick, and Khaliki Hudson was a free agency signing pre-draft. But kind of focusing in on Jaylan Ford, I really like the ability that he can bring, and I think with proper coaching from Dennis Allen as a defensive-minded coach, he could turn into a damn good player. And on top of that, he gets to play alongside one of the best in the league in Demario Davis. You see the production. He is a tackling machine. He's pretty solid in coverage, and he has nice instincts. He finds himself in the right position a lot of the time. So I think that Jaylan Ford already has the football IQ. It's just a matter of putting everything together and bringing the most out of him. So the safety group, it is full. It is filled out. I don't think it's done, though. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think that the Saints bring in one more safety. I would love to see them sign Justin Simmons. However, it is worth noting that they already did sign Will Harris earlier this week in free agency as a defensive back. So JT Gray, he is, exactly what we want. He is a solid special teams player. He's an ace. This guy is not going anywhere. Jonathan Abram, I think, could be another good player on this roster. He was pretty effective for the Saints last year. But Jordan Howden, year 2, is going to be exciting. Tyrann Mathieu, just keep on keeping on. And we'll see if Lawrence Johnson can end up making the roster. But bring me Justin Simmons. I teased it with that graphic on the screen. But bring me Justin Simmons. Give me the NFL's leading or interception leader since joining the league. Give me the player who Tyrann Mathieu has such high respect and such high regards for. And if you agree with me, I want to get it trending. Sign Justin Simmons. Tag the Saints on social media. And if you want me to retweet it, tag me as well at Girouard48. I put my links to my Twitter account in the comment section description of the video, so make it a little bit easier for you. But I want to get this trending on social media. Join the movement, and let's make the Saints sign Justin Simmons now. So let's go to the cornerback room. Got to kind of decompress here real quick. Paulson Adebo, I am so happy with his development. I think that he has all of the tools to be a great player for a long time. He is entering a contract year for the Saints. Marshon Lattimore, I'm going to talk about him here in a second. And Alontae Taylor, I think he's going to be your nickel guy. He's going to take over. Ugo Amadi did play that role last year, but I think that Harris could do that a little bit as well. Faion Hicks, Rajon Wright, the Last Chance U Hall of Famer, and Kool-Aid McKinstry. Damn it, I'm excited to see Kool-Aid play on Sundays, and I really hope his jersey says Kool-Aid, not McKinstry. But I'm going to say this. Right now, Marshon Lattimore is a New Orleans Saint. There's no reason to believe in this moment or in the near future that Marshon Lattimore is going anywhere. But I will say this. When we get towards the trade deadline and we kind of get the season moving, depending on how things shake out, if Kool-Aid McKinstry is just freaking outstanding, if Marshon Lattimore is hurt or maybe there's stuff that's going on in the locker room that they don't like, I wouldn't be surprised if a trade happens closer to the deadline. I'm not saying it's going to happen now. I don't think it'll actually happen at all, but I could see that being the case. It's just hard to predict it right now. But here's how the special teams shake out. Rashid Shaheed is your kick and punt returner. He's your return specialist. He's a damn good one at it, and he was a Pro Bowler for a reason. Blake Grupe, he does have to compete with Charlie Smith as a kicker. Hayball, he's a punter out of Vanderbilt. He was a UDFA, an Australian kicker. So it's going to be Aussie versus Aussie for the punter position. And then you do have Jermaine Jackson backing up Rashid Shaheed as the kick returner and punt returner as well. Sorry about the graphic being wrong on screen. But Zach Wood is your long snapper. Nothing's changing there. So, boom, there you have it. Now, grade the roster for me right now. Get like Madden and scale it for me 1 to 99. I'm going to go, honestly, anywhere between like an 82 to an 86, I think is pretty fair, and I think you could really justify it. So I want you to get loud in the comment section. Without further ado, y'all stay golden. We'll see you next time.